That's the lens.
Okay. What's the blue tinted part back there?
Well, now the blue tinted part and really all of this black stuff right here is what we call the choroid. So see how I can grab this?
Yeah.
And here, let me use disinfectant. I don't want to damage that. So I can grab this and pull it back away from the sclera. So this again is the sclera, the outer white of the eye. Here's the middle layer, part of the middle layer, called the choroid. Now, a human choroid would basically be just like this part of the choroid is here, all dark, darkly pigmented. However, cows and lots of other animals will have this shiny component to their choroid called the tapetum lucidum, which again is meant to reflect light under low light conditions. Like nocturnal animals will have a real iridescent part of their choroid. That's why like cat eyes shine in the night. Now, the innermost portion consists of this tissue right here called the retina. Now, I know it's hard to sort of see, but see how I'm trying to like smooth that retina out? Okay? This is the way it would be over the whole choroid when we didn't disturb it. When the eye was nice and pristine, then this inner tissue right here would coat the entire back of the eye, so that from the outside you'd go sclera, right, and then you'd go to your choroid, and then you'd come to the retina. So outer, middle, inner.
So is it the same in the anterior portion? Like, is that
No, there is no retina in the anterior portion. Only in the posterior segment will you find the retina. In fact, only coming back from, again, you see these little lines that make up the ciliary body, the ora serrata. At that margin where the ora serrata stops is where the retina starts. So it'll only go up to like this little line right here, and it won't be found any more anterior than that. At the back of the eye, all of that retina tissue will collect and form this structure called the optic disc. So right here, what's holding on to, and I'm going to lift this up here just a second, hold on. I'll try to get a good camera angle for you in a second, hold on. Probably have to try to kind of get up underneath it. Can you see how, like if I hold that up, how that's kind of just hanging down? Is it kind of hanging down? Quit sticking, there we go. That's perfect, right? See how it's like hanging down? Well, that structure that's holding on to the rest of that retinal tissue is called the optic disc, and it comes out here in the back of the eye as the optic nerve. So the formation of the optic nerve at the back of the retina is the structure that we call the optic disc, and it's also known as the blind spot, the physiological blind spot, because there are no photoreceptors in that particular area of the retina. Now in the anterior segment, again, what we have here is you have these lines that kind of radiate out, and then they come to this little ridge right here. And then as you move inside that ridge, you have this other tissue, but it's kind of smooth compared to this tissue back here. Well, this smooth tissue with this opening in the middle is the iris. That opening in the middle of the iris is the pupil. So you just look at the tissue that immediately surrounds the pupil, and it's going to be the iris. This little ridge, again, the ciliary body. That little ridge is the ciliary body. These little lines radiating back are part of the ciliary body. The ciliary body are muscular, and they contain suspensory ligaments that attach to, see these little black lines right here on the lens? Okay. Those go in here like this and attach to that ciliary body. So the ciliary body controls the flattening and thickening of the lens, a process that's part of what we call accommodation, which allows us to adjust for near versus distance vision. So you have to flatten or thicken the lens to adjust for the angle that the light's coming in, depending on whether you're looking at something close up or far away. And then if we kind of flip this over, when we sort of look through the pupil, from this side, what we see is the cornea. And again, but like the lens, if this was a nice, healthy, living eye, then this cornea would also be transparent, so that light can pass through here, pass through and be focused here. But because of being soaked in that preservative and all that kind of stuff, it changes the physical nature of the tissue.
Thank you.